Yes. Thanks. Hi, Sage.
Good morning. How's it going?
Let's start.
Good.
Welcome to today's orchestrator meeting.
Yay.
Sage, you're really into creating pull requests for the SSH orchestrator.
Trying to keep busy.
So there are plenty of bug fix PRs, and you're working on R2W.
Yep. I think our JV is basically ready, except that we need to figure out what the overall flow should be. Whether, yeah, because creating a zone is not just creating the daemons; it's also doing the other stuff. And so I don't know what the entry point for all this stuff should be. Or there should be one. Anyway, yeah.
So I guess we have to create the zone when we're getting called. At least that's the behavior that Rook does.
Yeah, but Rook is sort of. I'm going to talk to Ollie later today to get a status update on the RGW Rook stuff anyway, but Rook only supports the simplest scenario where it's a standalone zone in its own realm. It's a new namespace. Doesn't understand how to if you have a multi-site setup and you're adding a zone into there, it doesn't know what to do. And so I'm not sure that we should, not sure exactly how it should work. Okay. I kind of have a feeling that we might want a higher level workflow that allows you to do whatever the weird multi-site stuff is first and then spin up the daemon if you want to, or it'll just whatever. So I'll check with Ollie.
It's similar to the MDS stuff where we are creating an MDS volume, right. And that module calls the orchestrator to actually create the MDS daemons.
Exactly. Yep. Yeah, I think that's going to be something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, RGW was definitely configured by Rook in the simplest scenario and for the multi-site designs.
Yep. Okay.
I've updated the Trello board for SSH orchestrator related stuff. Things that need to be discussed, things that are work in progress. Just an update.
Yeah.
And I've missed some pull requests from Mike Fritsch. And I'm wondering if it makes sense to make use of code owners to just don't miss these pull requests. But the disadvantage is of course, you're getting emails and notifications and stuff like that. So the noise ratio is kind of high if you're not really that much into that one team.
I'm happy to get notifications for Ceph daemon and the SSH stuff. That'd be helpful for me. Maybe not all the other orchestrator stuff, but
the others are kind of low volume.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So what's up for the Rook orchestrator? Or do we have something for the SSH orchestrator? Anything that I'm missing? Okay. Rook orchestrator. Jamaica, your pull request is still open?
Yes, I think that waiting for you. Are you happy with the return that we are putting in the config map, or I don't know?
I have to admit, I really hadn't looked into what exactly you're returning now.
Okay, so just take a look, and if you feel that it's better to make some kind of change, I will be happy to implement that.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah, but I think the PR is ready according to what we talked about before. We just take the whole set volume inventory and put it in the config map.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Pretty much. Sebastian, you're the last one that needs to approve that.
Okay. So I've had pull requests regarding the Python clients for Rook, for the Rook validation stuff.
Yeah, just 5 minutes ago I added comments to it, so we can discuss here. Did you see my comments already by chance?
Not yet.
Probably not. Okay. Yeah, after I was just thinking about it again, having the Python client library in the Rook repo, I think will just make things a lot cleaner from a version dependency and dependency management perspective. So if we just take your repo and bring it into the Rook repo, then we don't need to worry about pulling it in a separate repo and generating them separately from PRs and things. But
okay.
I don't know. I think it'll make sense to actually bring it in. I think initially my feedback was, I don't know about Python coming into Rook, but as I thought about the versioning issues more, it's just like, okay, well, let's just generate all clients as part of Rook. Right now, it's just Python and Go.
Okay, let's do it in this way. Perfect.
Yeah, I tagged other Rook maintainers to see if they have feedback, but I don't know why they would push back. Just it seems better than creating another Rook repo.
So what's next for the Rook orchestrator?
Yep, I added that question there. So just with 1.2 is getting close. Octopus will be coming out in a few months, and we need Rook to be ready for Octopus. So as I update the roadmap for Rook, I wanted to make sure I looked at the Octopus feature list and see what we need to for in Rook. I guess, Sage, where's the best place to find the Octopus list and what's coming?
Here, the chat, the Ceph backlog. There's a column of stuff that's merged for Octopus, and then everything that's tagged in blue is possibly, hopefully, targeting Octopus. In purple, sorry.
Say I don't see blue.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, I'll take a look through that and with some other, or 1.1 stabilizing, and it's just a number of people I think are going to be asking really soon, what do I work on next? So dig through the feature list and ready to answer that question. These things. Yeah, I don't have anything more specific on the roadmap question. So if you have thoughts on what needs to be in the Rook roadmap too, anybody, let me know.
Depends a bit on how far we can get with drive groups and SSH orchestrator. Because if we can get really far with it, then the workflow from the dashboard will be a bit awkward without native drive group support from Rook. But yeah, that depends on how far we can get.
Drive groups may or may not make it into Octopus.
So they will make it into Octopus, but it depends on how far we can get in the SSH orchestrator.
Is SSH blocking this, or?
No,
I would suggest just like merging it, going as quickly as possible.
It's not just these two pull requests. It's more like what will be the workflow from the dashboard, right? Someone has some car noise in the background. Okay, a train. So if we create OSDs from the dashboard, then the user will have to create a drive group. And that drive group is then passed to the manager rook module and then converted to a list of devices, and then that list is then added to the Ceph cluster custom resource, and then rook will make a call to Ceph volume depending on the drives added to this Ceph cluster custom resource. And if rook would have native drive group support, then rook would just then no longer have to care about which OSDs are then created and could just rely on Ceph volume parsing the drive group. And that depends on how far we can get with drive groups in Octopus. And that's the thing I don't know yet. It would make things simpler from an architecture point of view. But anyway.
Yeah, I need to read up on drive groups again.
Yep.
Unmuting.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Well, yes. Well, I think that in the first moment, from my point of view, okay, I think that in the orchestrator layer in Ceph directly, in the rook orchestrator, we should get the drive groups, we should get the inventory coming from rook, and just to split this information, to mix this information and obtain a list of OSDs that we want to create and create the CRDs for these OSDs. This is my first idea about how to implement this, okay? Because, well, it seems a little bit strange to use Ceph volume inside a Kubernetes cluster, okay, in order to set up new OSDs. So I think that the main implementation should be in the orchestrator layer at Ceph level.
Yeah, it depends on how the dashboard will implement it and how the manager modules can cope with it.
But in any case, in the dashboard, what you are going to obtain is just a drive group specification, and you are going to pass to the orchestrator, the Ceph orchestrator, one command like create OSD with this drive group specification. Okay. This is what we are going to have in the orchestrator. So in the orchestrator layer, we can ask rook what is the inventory device listing, okay, all the inventory, and with a drive group, check what OSDs should be created, and then create the CRDs. So I think that in this moment, I think that is the best way to implement this. I think that to make Ceph volume to work to create the OSDs inside the rook Ceph cluster is not following the same this design direction that other things in the rook project. That's my opinion.
Okay. Yeah, just one note. Volker is doing some blinking light stuff, blinking light integration from the dashboard side on. And he's also blocked on my pull request to get blinking lights into the orchestrator interface. Which is also a thing that Rook could start implementing. If it's in scope for Rook, or it should be part of the Rook manager module, I don't know.
Last I checked, the main thing that's blocking the blinking lights pull request is just that we wanted to simplify the command a little bit.
Yeah.
Is that right? Because I'm just waiting for that PR to merge so I can add the SSH one.
Yeah. I will look at it tomorrow.
Okay, thanks.
I guess with the blinking lights, so what does the orchestrator do? So a request comes in from the dashboard to enable blinking lights on an OSD, for example, on that device associated with the OSD. So the orchestrator needs to go figure out which device corresponds to that OSD.
It actually at this level, it's actually already mapped to a device path name. Ceph is already doing that remapping. So you just basically have to run a command on the remote host. That's it.
So the orchestrator module could potentially go run a job on that.
Exactly. Yeah. Just a one-off.
Directly with
you run nmcli, turn on light, boo, whatever. That's basically it. Yep.
Got it.
That's all we have on the agenda today.
Cool. Okay.
That's good.
Yeah, I think the next thing I was going to work on is caching the service inventory stuff. Just make things a bit more responsive. I'm still blocked on doing orchestrator testing via Tethology because the container needs to switch over to Python 3. Because the Remoto in Python 2 is too old.
Is it? What's the problem with Python 2? Is it
Remoto on CentOS doesn't support the SSH options parameter when you run the constructor? It's just too old.
Okay, so it's not about Remoto itself, but it's about how Remoto calls SSH.
It's an older version of Remoto that doesn't let us pass in the SSH options. Yeah. Could probably like hack around it, but I really want them to fix the Python 3 stuff. So I'm afraid they're working on it, hoping it'll take too long. We'll see.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean the alternative would be to add a kludge to the Ceph container process that just does a pip install for Remoto. So you get the new version. I don't know how annoying that is to do, but Sebastian?
Yeah, it would be kind of hacky.
Yeah, it would be temporary, just for like the next month or whatever until everything else is sorted out. But is that an easy thing to just add something to the Docker file to sudo pip install something?
Is it me?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to pip install Python 3 on that CentOS 7 billion image?
We're stuck on Python 2 for at least a couple more weeks probably, but the Remoto version of Python 2, the package version is too old. We just need the one from pip. So to add a command to the Ceph container to just sudo pip install for now.
For now, yeah. That should, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that something you can do? I don't know how the Docker stuff. I'm not really familiar with how it works. But
Give me
it's a maze.
the package name and version you want,
Yeah. Okay.
and then look at adding this. And that's for base, right? That's for Ceph base, obviously.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know exactly what the version is, but the one in the pip or whatever is fine. It's the latest.
Where did you send it?
I put it on IRC. It's for Moto.
Oh, okay, yeah, just that, yeah.
Yep.
I'm not on REC. I think, yeah. Yeah, the bot is, yeah. I have the bot running, the ZNC running, but yeah, I haven't launched the client for ages.
Okay. It's in the chat too.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Moto. We'll probably
just for Moto.
Okay. Yeah, I think the thing to watch out for is that the Ceph manager SSH package, I think, is installing the dependency. It's also installing the package. So we need to make sure that the pip installed version. I don't know how the Python path stuff works. Search order. I don't know. Whatever.
So we can't add this as a dependency for the SSH package?
The package version for CentOS 7 is too old.
Okay.
That's the problem.
Okay.
I think pip install should override what's installed via the system packages. Hopefully.
Yeah, should. Yeah.
Okay, do we have anything else for today?
It's like that's it.
Yep.
Yep.
We lost Sage to a call.
Yeah. Anyway, he's gone.
All right.
See you next week or on Wednesday.
All right. Have a good week.
Yep.
Yep.
Bye.
I said one thing, Sebastian. I think that on Wednesday, Team 7 is not going to connect, okay? So maybe the only two that are going to connect are you and me, probably.
And Kiefer?
Maybe Kiefer. Well, okay. So let's see on Wednesday. Is that I'm saying that probably in the next 2-3 months, it's not worth to continue with this meeting on Wednesday. Maybe I don't know.
So my gut feeling is that it's worth it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. See you on Wednesday.
If I'm wrong, then we can skip it.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
All right. Talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.